Welcome to this episode of the Conscious Business Coffee Break, where we take a few moments to explore what's happening in the conscious business movement, expand awareness, and encourage your efforts in conscious business. Greetings, everyone. I'm Stephen Donaco of the Conscious Business Enterprise, a division of Humanities team. And on today's program, we're going to explore the heart of a conscious business professional, which means you, your heart. And today, I want to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to lead you through two brief visioning practices to help you get right to the core of your inner wisdom, and how really that inner wisdom can directly apply right now to what you do at work, what you do in your conscious business. So this wisdom, this connecting with this wisdom, it's specific to helping you show up more consciously in your business. And these couple of visioning practices that I'm going to lead you through will help you balance the power of what's in your head, meaning your thinking ability, your logic, with what's in your heart, your intuition, and your guidance. And this is valuable because we admit that the head is intelligent and it's clever, and functionally, it helps solve problems by logic. You know, our head is very inventive. Now, however, that same power and that same inventiveness in our head is clever. And that cleverness oftentimes can deceive us, right? So the heart is abundantly authentic in contrast to that. And the heart is directly honest with you and with each of us. And we only hesitate to follow the heart because it's the head that will try to reason away the heart's guidance. So in this practice, in these two practices I want to lead you through, really want to get you in touch and to trust the wisdom and the guidance of your heart. And it's not to compete with the head, but it's going to allow the power of your logic to really become comfortable with the wisdom of the heart. So it's putting these two things in harmony rather than having them work against each other. And the cleverness of the head really comes from a place of fear. So if we fear following our heart, that's when our head takes over and tries to rationalize things away. But here, what we're going to do in these two brief practices is harmonize heart and head. But we need to get in touch with the heart in order to do that. So what I'd like to invite you to do is to get comfortable. And if you feel comfortable doing so, close your eyes, because this will quicken the inner visioning process. But if you're not in a place where you can close your eyes, just perhaps stare at a spot in front of you and just softly gaze at it, almost as if you're looking through the spot rather than right at it. And just take a couple of breaths. Just become fully aware and present and embodied. So anything else that might be going through your head at this time, any other thoughts or just ideas or thinking about what you have going on today, just kind of allow those thoughts to come and go. Don't resist any idle thoughts, but allow them to come and go. And as you take a couple of deep breaths, with each breath, just feel yourself becoming more and more present and more centered. And then I'm going to move into the first visioning. A couple more breaths, becoming more and more centered, more and more present. And you're fully right here and fully aware right now. So our first visualization is see yourself at your retirement celebration. There's a point in the future. And maybe you're at some banquet hall, or maybe you're just at a restaurant, or it could be in your living room, could be outdoor at a picnic area, but it's your retirement celebration, and just picture that. And what you really want to get to here is the people gathered around. And somebody stands up and offers you a toast. Everyone raises their glasses. So just have that picture in your mind, somebody standing up, raising his or her glass, and offering a toast. And this toast is prefaced with some words about you. And what is it that the person is honoring about you? Just take a moment to really ponder what this person is honoring about you. And even better if you know who this person is, if you have an image of somebody who would stand up and offer you the first toast at your retirement celebration, who is that? And what is that person going to honor about you? And just play those words in your mind. Is that person talking about your personal qualities, your accomplishments, or perhaps telling an inspiring story about you, or even a funny story about you? But if this person is truly honoring you, what is he or she saying about you? And then everyone raises their glasses, says cheers. And then the next person stands up to offer a toast. And again, if you can visualize somebody who would stand up and offer a toast at your retirement celebration, visualize that specific person. And now this person raises his or her glass and says something about you. And what is this person honoring about you? What do you hear in your head? Perhaps he or she says, I remember that time when. So fill in the blank. If that person starts with the words, I remember that time when, what's the story that that person is telling about you? Is it a story of a time when you were generous? A time when you were compassionate? I remember that time when. Was it a time when you were encouraging to somebody who really needed it? So the people at your retirement party, when they're offering you these toasts, what are they truly saying about you to honor you? And let's just sit for a few moments in silence to allow those words that are playing in your head right now to become more deeply embodied and to allow you the chance to get deeply in touch with them. Because those words are the truth. Because although this is a visioning process, I've given you the space to open up to what's in your heart and what's in your heart about you. And then for our next visualization, a bit more dramatic, but imagine yourself on your deathbed. Now you're completely lucid, so you don't feel any pain, but you're completely here, completely aware, and you're not afraid. So we won't look at this as a moment of high drama or of fear, but it's you on your deathbed, completely at peace with what's happening, and you're completely lucid. Now in this moment, as you imagine yourself on your deathbed, what are you contemplating about your life? And who is gathered around you? Let's say everyone had plenty of notice that this moment was happening. So who's gathered around when you're on your deathbed? And then more importantly, who do you want to be gathered around? You completely have your choice of who's present with you when you're on your deathbed. So who's in the room? And what's going through your mind about your life? And similar to the retirement celebration, what stories are people sharing with you and with one another right now about your life? Are they talking about how compassionate a person that you are and that you've been through your life? How loving a person that you are and you have been? What kind of stories are they sharing? I remember that time when, and then fill in the blank. And then just take a few moments in the silence and just allow those words as you imagine them to echo through your mind and through your heart. Because this is your heart speaking to you in this moment by doing this visualization. These words being played back to you in your head are really the words of your heart as you see, understand, and feel yourself to be. And then now come back to the present right now. And consider that these are the values, all of these words that you've played back in the process of these visualizations. Consider that these are the values by which you can live your life and perform your business at their best right now. Because your work and your business are both part of your life. They're not separate. Your life is your business, and your business is in your life. So therefore, the values by which you live your life aren't separate by the doing of your business. So my invitation to you is to not allow your head to talk you out of living your values in every aspect of your life, including your business. But have the courage to connect with your heart. Give your head the permission to follow the logic that it makes sense for you to connect with your heart, to listen to it, and to follow it. Because in this way, you can be your truly authentic self in your life and in your business as a conscious business person. So that's the coffee break for today. And wish you a lovely, relaxing, and rejuvenating weekend. And we'll see you again next week on Wednesday, 9 a.m. U.S. Central Time for another edition of the Conscious Business Coffee Break. I appreciate everyone who watched live today. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for tuning into that as well. We'll see you again next week. Thank you, everyone.